What up, fam? Those your boys, it's Josh. We got tapping with this because there was so much going on. I know y'all are seeing it. Just you're watching this thing unfold the same way that I'm watching it unfold. Last night, what was said? I don't know the exact words because I'm never any good at remembering the exact words. But Tehran needs to evacuate immediately. It's a shame. It's a shame that they didn't want to talk, and that so many lives will have to be lost. Bam. Bam! I'm going to get some more 5.56 today. Look, when I laugh, it's not because like I'm happy. It's in disbelief. A lot of this is just in disbelief. Fam, the Middle East is about to explode. Okay. Let's just go back to some of the things that we used to talk about. So as far as Iran and war, the nuclear sites being attacked, the Strait of Hormuz is I've always talked about the Strait of Hormuz. And guess what? Last night, after T-Man left the G7 a day early to get to the Situation Room to handle this problem, there was something like 2 cargo tanker ships basically in the Strait of Hormuz caught fire. Fam, now's the time to just be vigilant. It's not the time to panic. It's not the time to go crazy. It's time to be vigilant. It's time to take off the rose-shaded glasses and be on full alert, watching what is going on. That is what's going to make all the difference right now, is being able to try and stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of the craziness. So we know that a conflict is coming to Iran. Well, literally, Israel and Iran, they've been bombing the mess out of each other for the last couple of days, but now it's about to escalate. Now, Pakistan has said if anyone uses nukes in Iran, they will retaliate with nukes. We already know that Russia and China have some form of a pact with Iran. I saw a video where just the other day there was a ship that left China that was on its way to Iran, supposedly supposed to have a huge amount of missile fuel or accelerants or something. North Korea, out of the blue, North Korea is just waiting and itching. They have pledged some form of allegiance to Iran, which we saw what happened in UKR with Russia and all that stuff. Fam, we're headed for something disastrous. If the terrorists, and then look, let's talk about what's happening right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you, for those who really aren't keeping track, we always said the world shift is going to come down to tribalism. It's going to come down to tribalism. I guess kind of sort of the way prison works. You're going to stick with your race. You're going to stick with your kind. You're going to try to hunker down. Blase. Look, it is me and my family, and we taking on anybody who comes with the craziness when the time arises. But right now, with everything that's going on with the deportations and stuff, now you have, and it's not everybody. It's just a few in the group. But more than ever, with these protests, these No King protests, you have a huge Latino population that is pretty pissed at Black Americans because we're not out there with them to a certain extent, fighting, marching and protesting with them. I don't even know what to say to that, but that whole thing is out the window. So when this is what you need to remember. And me and Casey were talking about this last night. It boils back down to everything that we have said previously. Fam, there's gonna come a time when this war, look. They have their bunkers. They have their safe places to go, the elite. When this war escalates, somebody said China will definitely go for Taiwan once this thing pops off, and that's probably why that Garcia base is filled up with all types of bombers and military, armaments and things ready to go right now. But when this thing flares up and China makes a move for Taiwan and Russia and North Korea start to move troops or start to fire or start to get involved, when the world war kicks off, fam, we're not going to be part of the world war. Us here in the States, we are not going to be part of the world war. We're going to see the initial phases. We're going to see how it's happening. But probably a week or two into the grand conflict, when we are trading armor, we are fighting Russia, we are fighting China, when Australia's coming to the aid, when the UK is doing everything, when the globe is on fire, they're going to cut our comms. They're going to cut the communications because it doesn't benefit them. The elites will go to wherever they're going, and we won't know what's happening. We will have to deal with gas shortages, no gas. We will have to deal with no shipping, no food in grocery stores. We will have to deal with, I'm pretty sure cyber attacks will come, so we're going to have to deal with no infrastructure, no clean drinking water. This is going to be our battle. And maybe once a week, maybe once a day, I don't know, we'll get on one channel from the television, we'll get a supposed update or briefing from the president or the government telling us how we are winning and everything is perfect. Do not worry. We're winning. China is on the ropes. Russia is nearly defeated. That's the information we're going to get from our government while we are at shift and WRL here. So, yeah, the Bible is coming to life. Things are jumping off the pages. Gog, Magog, all that good stuff. We're getting ready for some crazy times. Look, the Deagle Report, 2025. I think there's supposed to be something where there's supposed to be like so many, I don't know if it's hundreds of millions or billions of lives are supposed to just be done away with in 2025. And now that Deagle Report really has me scratching my head. Something big is about to happen in the next couple days. Something is big. And it looks like, I'm going to shut up with this one, but it looks like now that, news is coming out and they're talking about, it looks like this whole thing was planned. This whole thing was planned. UKR was to wear down on Russia. The tariffs and all that stuff is to deal with China to some aspect. The Hezbollah Gaza deal. Fam, Hezbollah reportedly had 150,000 missiles. Was it missiles or rockets? It's some astronomical number. And so in order to get to Iran, Israel had to take out Gaza and Hezbollah. They had to dismantle them because there's no way we would have been able to take them all on at one time. So it's the steps, the pieces of the puzzle. It's been slowly ticking to this moment. Listen, if Iran has catastrophic issues, the Strait of Hormuz gets mined. That oil is not just for us. That is going to collapse the global economy. China won't have their oil. Russia won't have their oil. So many other countries will be affected if Iran gets put into full-fledged war. That's what nobody's talking about. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm going to work. But fam, don't panic, don't freak out. Just take in the information, do your best to disseminate. Is that the word? Disseminate? To go through it, to filter what sounds like garbage and what may be legit. Like I said, look, I'm topped off. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I still think I'm going to go ahead and look for some deals and some sales at PSA, Bear Creek Arsenal, the Academy. I think this weekend I'm going to take some time and spend a couple coin on, some defensive things. But y'all be safe. The Bible is jumping off the pages. We're in it. This is going to be something crazy. Hey, and don't forget, there was an old video. It was General Wesley Clark. A wild, long video. He says, no, wait. He says, somebody came to him and they said, oh, no. Not only are we going to do Iraq, what was it? Not only are we going to do Libya and Iraq, it was like 7 other countries that we were supposed to take out. And he did mention Iran, and this was an old video. All right, y'all be safe. Your boys and shots tapping out. Peace.